Hey, are you planning on moving? Before you get started, here are a couple things that you may want to know to protect your items. Some items are more vulnerable to damage than others during a move. As you prepare the process ahead, take precautions to protect these 9.5 items. First one is furniture. Furniture is large, bulky, it's heavy, all these things that put it at high risk for damage during a move. In addition, furniture often needs to be maneuvered through spaces that are way too tight, leaving it vulnerable to being dinged or scratched. The second piece is artwork. Artwork, especially art that is glass or is housed in glass, is often damaged because there is insufficient padding between the box and the art. So, also, art can be damaged when heavy items are placed on top of it. And that can be very sad. To prevent this type of damage, consider placing glass framed art in a picture box that is stuffed with as much crumpled paper as possible and bubble wrap. The more you have, the better off you are on that one. Number 3, this is my bane of existence when moving, lampshades. If you have lamps with shades, the awkward shape and the flimsy materials make them vulnerable to damage. To protect them, cover them carefully with bubble wrap, fill the interior cavity with packing paper, also make sure so they don't collapse on themselves, but stuff the paper with box that the lampshades don't shift around inside, because that also makes a big difference. Number 4, refrigerators and freezers. It's easy to damage the piping in the back of the fridge or freezer. And often the large size and the bulk of those items make them difficult to maneuver. If you must move a fridge, make sure you never lay it down, as this can really cause an issue for the freezer, so it'll never work again or won't work properly. Number 5, this is near and dear to my heart, the plants. If you plan to move your plants, be aware that they can be easily damaged. To make them easier to move, stop watering them several days ahead of time. It makes them lighter. Almost maybe a week ahead of time. If you place them in boxes, give them holes to breathe. They need the oxygen. Protect the loose branches from breakage. And protect them just during the move. Sometimes I put them all in my car and bring them over myself. Number 6, electronics. All it takes is one jostle of a moving truck to shatter your computer or your TV screen. These are costly items and very easy to break. One way to prevent them is to keep your boxes that you originally had from the electronics store and transport them in those that already have the original cushioning, packing materials, and stuff like that, if you have the space to keep those. Number 7, you could really damage your new home. The last thing you want to do is damage the new house that you're moving into. So make sure you're putting cushions on the way in and using some plastic, and make sure you're not jamming a couch through the door frame and ramming a table into the wall, because it becomes unsightly and it could be also very expensive. Be careful to avoid these types of problems. Putting some cushions on or blankets on different places can help. Number 8, glassware. Your glassware or your china are very fragile. Make sure it is properly cushioned. Also mark the boxes so that the items stay fragile. So you move them so they won't stack things on top of them at least, and they'll put them at the top. Never pack books and glassware in the same box. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Number 9, washer and dryer. Your washer and dryer are the most vulnerable to damage, particularly if you have one of the newer models. If they are damaged, they could end up with such a mess the first time you run it. I had one client that had that issue. To prevent this, use a shipping kit from the manufacturer before you move. Or don't take them at all and get new ones. Point 5, the most important one, protect your back. Back injuries are common during moves because homeowners have no choice but to lift items, even if their muscles are sore. So practice proper lifting techniques. Use your legs, as not that I'm telling you what to do, sorry. Or hire help. Honestly, it's not that expensive to get help, and it'd be great. Or friends and family, beer and some pizza. always helps. Remember, when you move things, things do get broken. Do your best to pack them carefully and pay attention to those top 9.5 items, the 0.5 being most important, so you can minimize the damage. I hope these tips help. Have a great one. Take care. Bye.